This is Ferrari. They make a good racing team. Actually, they're much more than that. Based on the pure numbers alone, they are the most successful F1 team in history. They started the most number of races, won the most number of races, won most constructor championships, most podiums, most poles, most championship points, most fastest laps, and the list goes on and on. Anyway, you get the picture. But despite all this, they haven't won a championship in 15 years for now. Ferrari have consistently squandered winning opportunities, often being labelled as amateur, wasted a few great drivers' prime, literally. The issues at Ferrari never seem to end, and it is an interesting case. Ferrari is currently at an interesting point of its career. They have drivers who are capable of winning races and even championships. After a 2-year dismal period, the car is back at the front of the grid once again. For all the funds, infrastructure, enterprise and talent on hand, you might think that they should have achieved much more than what they did by now, but they have not. Today we are going to take a deep dive into the world of Ferrari to unveil the journey so far and hopefully understand what's really going on. Ferrari was established in 1929 by Enzo Ferrari to enter amateur drivers in various races. Early on, Enzo and other drivers have driven Alfa Romeo cars to compete in a variety of racing competitions. Following some differences with Alfa Romeo, Enzo Ferrari started to manufacture machine tools, specifically oleodynamic grinding machines. In 1943, he moved his headquarters to Maranello, where it was bombed in 1944 during the war. In 1947, Ferrari constructed the 12-cylinder 1.5-litre Tipo 125, the first racing car to bear the Ferrari name. When the Formula 1 World Championship was initially founded in 1950, Scuderia Ferrari debuted in the Monaco Grand Prix. Since the World Championship's inception, Ferrari is the only team to have participated in every season. The Alfa Romeo team won all 11 races it entered in 1950. But before long, it was evident that Ferrari would go a long way in Formula 1. Ferrari broke Alfa Romeo's winning streak in 1951 when they won their first race in the 1951 British Grand Prix, and they went on to win back-to-back Drivers' Championships with Alberto Ascari in 1952 and 1953. Ferrari won 4 more Drivers' titles until 1964. However, by 1974, they haven't won a single Drivers' or Constructors' title in 10 years. This was set to change as they won a hat-trick of Constructors' titles from 1975 till 1977. Two main reasons for the spell of success is the signing of Niki Lauda and pulling out of sports car racing to concentrate on Formula 1. Niki Lauda won the driver's title in 75 and 77. He also came close to winning the driver's title in 1976. We all know how that ended up. And then Jody Scheckter took the driver's title in 1979, and this was Ferrari's last driver's title until 21 years later when Schumacher won again. 21 years is a long wait, both for the team and especially for the Tifosi. In the 1980s and the 1990s, Ferrari made the headlines for all the wrong reasons. The year 1980 has been the worst season ever. Ferrari barely scored 8 points and came in at 10th position in the Constructors' Championship with as many as 10 retirements. While Ferrari won 2 Constructors' Championships in 1982 and 1983, no driver sustained enough consistency to challenge for the Drivers' Championship. The years that followed were extremely difficult for Ferrari. Things only seem to be going downhill. Ferrari need a dramatic shake-up of the team. That's when this man stepped in and then brought in these two guys. Things in the beginning were not easy. Ferrari had a shot at the title each year since 1997 till 1999. However, fell short each year until Schumacher clinched the driver's title in 2000, ending years of agony for the Tifosi and bringing delight across Italy and to the dedicated Ferrari fans. Schumacher, Todt and Brawn catapulted Ferrari to new heights, by dominating the next few years, destroying everything and everyone in their paths. But once they all moved on, Ferrari is back to square one. The 2007 title is just a spillover really, and it was also helped by the civil war at McLaren. 15 more years have passed since Ferrari's last championship, despite signing some of the best drivers in the paddock. So what went wrong with Ferrari over the last decade or so? Over time, Ferrari engaged in a variety of thoughtless activities, building lousy cars, ridiculous strategy calls, mechanical failures, mediocre team, frequent team principal changes, driver errors, team orders, drivers not following team orders, ridiculous strategy calls. Again, you can never really get tired of it. Ferrari hasn't left a single page unturned from the book of blunders. Although they came close to winning the title on a couple of occasions. In any case, regardless of how last the 15 years turned out, most Ferrari fans continue to back the Scuderia. Over 70 years of experience in the sport, abundant financial resources, some of the best minds available to them, practically being the most powerful team which can influence both the FIA and F1, Ferrari doesn't win enough. That's the problem. And they also don't seem to acknowledge their mistakes. It's a clear case of underperformance. Clothing and energy drink companies have won more titles than Ferrari in the last 30 years. Every new era or a new big signing will be greeted with great expectation. Change, new era, new signing, failure, and the end. The dubious cycle continues. Except for the Schumacher era, this has been the case with Ferrari since the 1980s. It's frustrating, not only for the fans, but F1 itself. Ferrari, get your act together. Replace the staff who aren't performing, specifically the strategy team. Create realistic short and long-term goals. Your fans deserve more. Hopefully, things do come right for Ferrari eventually. What do you guys think? If you're a fan of Formula 1, chances are you like Ferrari, even if you're not.
A Ferrari fan. Everybody's a Ferrari fan. Even if they're not, they are a Ferrari fan.
Underperforming, overrated? When do you think Ferrari will win another title? Feel free to leave your thoughts below.